You're now watching Mugen TV.
Hey guys, it's me, MugenLord. I'm back again with another video. As you can see, I'm back in the studio, as I promised, and expect some more videos of me being in the studio. But today, if you checked out the thumbnail and you just check out the title of the video, I just want to talk about how Mugen pretty much introduced me to the FGC. For those of you who don't know what the FGC is, it's pretty much the fighting game community. Now, if you guys have been following me or you have known me for some time since I started being in YouTube and started this whole YouTube career thing, or however you want to call it, a lot of people would assume that, you know, I started out just playing fighting games, that I was just an avid fighting game player and everything like that. But if you know me personally, or you've been joining my Discord channel, you've been getting the chance to talk to me personally, I wasn't really into fighting games like that. I was pretty much, and I still am, but I'm a little bit more, I play a little bit more serious, but I started out as an RPG gamer. I love RPGs. I've been playing RPGs ever since I was young. I love the games like Final Fantasy, Star Ocean, Infinite Undiscovery, the Tales series, a bunch of different RPGs. I've been playing them ever since I was young and ever since I was a kid. So fighting games is always, I guess you could say, a frustrating experience for me growing up as a kid. I enjoyed them. I played them with my father and my older cousins because we used to have game night when I was much younger. Go to my uncle's house with my father and my brothers, and we just bro it out. You know, we have that male bonding thing where we just get into this competitive mode and we just play with one another and everything. But I was very casual at fighting games. But it wasn't until I was introduced to Mugen, and it's funny how I was introduced to Mugen because my cousin Tyree, he was the one who discovered Mugen first. And then when me and him went to middle school together, because we was pretty much in the same class, he introduced me to it, and I can remember how it went too. Yeah, so, you know, pretty much after that experience, Mugen had pretty much went away from, you know, my mind just for a little bit until I guess you could say around 2006 or 2005 when I went to college in Mansfield University. My friend Sir Science, you guys seen plenty of videos with me and him back in the day. He brought Mugen back into my life, and he introduced me to Mugen. And ever since that happened, I definitely got into Mugen ever since then. And what's so interesting is with Mugen, it introduced me to a lot of characters I didn't know exist in the fighting game. I guess you could say universe or the fighting game spectrum. So, you know, me downloading different characters from different fighting game series, it pretty much became like an encyclopedia of fighting games, where I actually started doing research and starting to want to know where these characters come from. Because if it wasn't for Mugen, I wouldn't have been introduced to a lot of Arc System games or French bread games like Melty Blood. I knew nothing about Melty Blood until I started playing Mugen. So now I'm spending years just downloading characters, making Mugen content and everything, and, you know, getting into actually playing fighting games and understanding the characters. And I started going back, revisiting a lot of games like King of Capcom versus SNK, because Mugen had a lot of Capcom versus SNK characters. That was a generation, and that was a time that I really missed out on that game. I missed out on that Versus series, but Mugen really pretty much got me into that, and I started just going on YouTube, just typing in these different fighting games, looking up this type of information. And then, I don't know what it was, Capcom had came back into the scene with Street Fighter 4. Now, during this time when Street Fighter 4 had came in, because they disappeared, Capcom disappeared from some time. We haven't seen anything from Street Fighter. So I guess you could say the fighting game, I guess you could say scene was kind of stagnant for a little bit as far as breeding new games and new fighting games. So when Street Fighter 4 was officially announced, I said, hey, you know what? I think this is my chance to actually get into playing Street Fighter or get into playing fighting games. So I figured, me being naive, I play a lot of Mugen, and Mugen taught me that Mugen make characters broken. Most characters in Mugen don't play how they play from the traditional game that they have came from. So I'm figuring like, oh, you know, I'm pretty good at Mugen. I play Mugen and everything. I think Street Fighter is going to be the thing that's going to, you know, is my chance. Street Fighter 4 is a chance for me to start over. Like, everybody's going to be starting fresh. As a new Street Fighter game, maybe I can dive in and become good at it because I play Mugen. And boy, was I wrong. Once I bought Street Fighter 4, oh my God, I got bodied, seriously bodied, real bad, and I was opened to a rude awakening because I didn't realize how technical Street Fighter was. I knew nothing about zoning. I knew nothing about spacing. I knew nothing about footsies and just the mind games and everything, and the science, and I guess you could say the chess mindset to Street Fighter. So even though I got bodied, it encouraged me to want to know more and how to play Street Fighter, because me, I'm a fighter. I'm a born fighter when it comes to wanting to learn certain things. I don't like to give up. So when somebody tell me I can't do something, or when something is very challenging, I never give up. I keep playing, or I just keep trying at it until I at least become competent or really, really good at it. So it was when I decided that, hey, you know, they introduced the fight sticks, and when they introduced the fight sticks, I was like, maybe a controller is not good enough for me to get into this. Let me try the fight stick. So I bought my first Hori EX2 fight stick and started playing then, and then I started my first gathering, Street Fighter 4 gathering online, and had a good time. Still got bodied, but I learned from it. So ever since that happened, I started going on YouTube, and I was wondering, let's okay, you know, I took some knowledge from what I learned from Street Fighter 4, went back to playing Mugen, and started actually downloading characters from Mugen that played closer to their gaming counterpart, where they came from and stuff, so I can understand the games a bit more, fighting games a bit more. So that's when one day I said, I want to get better. I want to go online and see if there's other players out there I can learn from and everything. And then that's when I typed in Street Fighter tournaments online, and the first thing that popped up was the Daigo moment, Daigo the Beast moment against Justin Wong when he did that parry, and I never seen anything like it before. It was amazing. I was like, yo, who is this guy? Who is Daigo? Who is Justin Wong? This is an intense Third Strike match. Never seen anything like it. And I remember with Third Strike, it had the parry mechanics, but I've never seen someone parry an entire Chun-Li special ever in my life. And I said, yo, this guy is a fiend. Daigo is a straight up game fiend. So it really inspired me and got me hyped. And I seen the crowd that it drew around it, and I was like, you know what? I'm definitely gonna do some more research. And because of that video, I wound up being introduced to Justin Wong in videos, Mike Rawls, Combo Fiend, Chris G, Filipino Champ, and it just opened up a whole new spectrum when it came to fighting games. I just never knew anything about the FGC at all until this happened. And when Street Fighter 4 came, Wednesday Night Fights, I was introduced to Wednesday Night Fights from Alex Vai and all of them, and it was just amazing. I just love the fighting game community. It's unlike any other community I've ever seen in my life, and it's a special community. It's very connective. It's very diverse. It brings a bunch of different people together into one community, and everybody bonds, share tips, and it's just like a family. It's like one big social group, and I really enjoy it. And because of the fighting game community, I'm a person that's more reserved. I really stay to myself. If you get to know me personally, I don't really talk much. I stay to myself, and I speak when I feel as though it's the right time for me to speak. And because of me playing fighting games and actually finding out that there's actual local scenes in Philadelphia where I live, and I was introduced to the Temple scene. In Temple University, we have a local scene where, you know, everybody plays Street Fighter and a bunch of different fighting games, including Smash Brothers. And also, that's why I was introduced to Kyle. He runs Go for Broke. I went down there and I enjoy playing at their events. And you can check out the videos. I have a ton of videos of that. I've done plenty of interviews. And I also have gotten the opportunity to be on stream and play competitively in a lot of these locals. I played in the Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite tournament. I played in Street Fighter 5 tournaments. I even played in Smash Bros. Wii U tournament. So I've been on stream before. I love the competitive environment, and it's really fun. I really enjoy it. And because of Mugen, it really opened me up to a whole new universe and a whole new setting, and to a whole new group of unique people. And not only that, I had gotten a chance to go to Summer Jam, where I got a chance to interview Chris G. I met Yipes. He's really funny. I had a good time. I met with him. I met Ricky Ortiz. I met so many fun and amazing and just competitive players. I met my boy Jesse. He's really good at fighting games, and it's just been an amazing time. So hopefully, this year you get a chance to see me compete in a lot more. I definitely want to go and compete into the local scenes even more and everything. But that's pretty much where I wanted to share. I really enjoy and I really thank the Mugen for introducing me to the fighting game scene. Because of Mugen, it inspired me to go in and try different fighting games and introduce me to different characters, and it made me go online and just search out these amazing people, these competitive players and everything. And the FGC, from when I remembered it, back when I actually started back in 2006 and 7, when I actually started looking into this stuff, it had grown. It had pretty much grown by so much right now. You know what I'm saying? Now it's becoming very mainstream with esports and stuff. So I really appreciate the fighting game community. And a lot of you guys who met me, you guys are really awesome and stuff. So I hope you guys come through, check out my YouTube channel. I'm definitely want to cover a lot more FGC local scenes, and hopefully I may travel out sometimes too and go to some of the bigger scenes as well, and get you to introduce, get a chance to actually interview more players. And I also met Tom Lee too, the director behind was it Dead or Alive 5 final round or last round, whatever the title is. But yeah, that pretty much wraps everything up. I want to hear your thoughts. How was you introduced to the FGC? Because I know there's a lot of stories that you guys may have or may have a better experience than I have, but I definitely want to hear your thoughts in the comment section below. And what do you think? Do you think the FGC is going in a positive direction, going mainstream and going to esports? What do you think about that as well? So please leave your comments in the comment section below. Leave your thoughts. If you have some topics that you would love for me to discuss with you guys, I would really appreciate that you leave that as well. And also make sure to go to community tab, because that's where I interact with you guys and get your thoughts on plenty of topics. So that wraps everything up. This is MugenLord signing off. See you Game Fiends later. Peace out.